Hey everybody, NW Order for Life here with the Seven Deadly Sins, episode 14. And this was a really good episode. What happens is we have this green-haired boy who is with this iron giant monster whom we perceive to be Gowther from the previous episode at the very end. And so we think this is Gowther. That's what the show is telling us. And he's like reading Gowther's story and saying how Gowther teaches him, like just like teaching him things is teaching, the green-haired boy things, and they're having a, positive effect on each other, whatever. And Gowther's just like muttering words and saying he's scared and like kind of being all like, um, chaotic in the sense like, he doesn't, you don't really know like what he's thinking, what he's saying. Like he's just this, oh, excuse me, he's just this giant, like, unhinged, mentally unhinged is what Gowther is. And we see Jericho and Guila with Helbram, and Helbram gets a report about this giant armor guy in the forest, and he's thinking, oh, it might be one of the seven deadly sins. Send the Dawn Roar division after them, or the Dawn Roar, and so they do that. And Jericho and Guila are walking, and they're talking like normal people. They don't look like demonically possessed or anything like that. And Guila actually tells Jericho she looks cute in that outfit that she's wearing, in that dress. So, stay at the castle, relax, and she's gonna go do what she's got to do. And what she does is she goes to her village, Guila, and we see her little brother named Zeal, and he works with his grandmother in a store or whatever. And he had money, and he was bringing home the money, and he got mugged by these three guys, kids older than him, whatever, that basically, torture him because his father was a holy knight, and the holy knight apparently left his duties behind. So they don't think much of his family. They think it's like a disgrace to holy knights or whatever. And so Zeal comes home. He's all beat up. He sees his sister. Guila is very different with her brother. She hugs him warmly, kisses him on the forehead. Apologizes for not being there often, and she tucks him in bed. She reads him a book. She's very sweet, sisterly to him. The brother, loves her and says he would do anything for his sister or whatever. And Guila finds those three douchebag kids or whatever, teenagers, I think they were. Maybe they were a little older. Maybe they were in the 20s. I don't remember, to be honest. But if she finds them, I think they were younger, like teenagers. And she just kills them in 2 seconds. Walks behind them. All you see is just blood splattering on the wall. And she says out loud, "Me too, Zeal. I'll do anything for you." So right there we see that Guila. We see two important things. Number one is that Guila is doing this for her brother. She told her brother that she became a holy knight to protect him, and so she, for whatever reason in her mind, she's doing this to protect her brother, to give her brother a better life. Number two is that we see now that even though people drink demon blood, that it does not change them, does not remove their humanity from them. Because Guila is still very much a warm, kind-hearted sister. She's seen as a champion of justice in her brother's eyes, and she loves her brother dearly. So that part, the demon blood isn't like an automatic like brainwash thing. Jericho was acting normal in the castle. She wasn't like, let's kill people, Kodos. It wasn't like that. It was just normal talking, and kind of like this. Maybe they have this bond with each other now that they've taken the demon blood together, whatever. Maybe they have more aggression, more desire to use power, but essentially they're not changed from normal humans. At least that's how it appears to be in this episode, and that's really important to note. And then we see Elizabeth and Hawk in the town. Elizabeth and Hawk are they meet the green-haired boy that was with the Iron Giant, Gowther or whatever, and he's telling them he wants adhesive armor. That's what he desires. And they actually got into a conversation before that about like what's love, like do you have someone you love? And then Elizabeth thought about Meliodas for 3 or 4 memory flashbacks, and she got all red and freaked out a bit. So there we go. Elizabeth is in love with Meliodas. It wasn't clear before. It's 100% clear now. And then we go and we see that there are knights from the Dawn Division dead on the floor. These people aren't really knights. They're more like grunts that were just with the division. And they're all killed. And then we see Meliodas, Ban, and King. They were hunting. They found these dead people. They think that maybe Gowther is in the forest, so they run after him because it feels like his presence or something. And then we see Gowther fighting the remainder of the Dawn Division, which is just like 1, 2, 3, about 5 guys, 4 guys and a girl. And Meliodas, Ban, and King arrive, and they save Gowther, and they basically get into a stalemate, not moving, because if anybody moves, takes away the advantage. Like the advantage is the team that strikes first. And then green-haired guy Alan walks right in between them, or right behind Meliodas and everybody, and he's looking at Gowther, and he's saying like, "Oh, like I couldn't find you what you needed, for armor adhesive. I'm sorry," and blah blah. They're like, "What are you doing?" And they're all crazy, and they're all like, worried for everybody. And then the Dawn Knights attack. Or actually, first Gowther gets kind of mental, and he says he's afraid, and he like charges whatever. So everybody attacks, and we see that the main leader of this group, he has like this mutated hand, it looks like, or red beast-like hand. I'm not sure, but it like grows, like expands and shrinks and stuff. And he basically made it like grow to catch Meliodas and pin him down. We have the girl. I don't remember what her name was now, but I'm not going to go with names with them because I'm not going to remember the names at all. But the girl has like this electric type of snake-like sword that like it wraps around the bodies and electrocutes them and holds them and stuff. So it's like magic, of course, but off the sword, it's like like a whip, like a snake-like electric whip going in circles or whatever. And then we have this this bow guy who can charge his arrow shot, and apparently has this like illusion magic because Bond wasn't able to hit him from behind, hidden illusion. And what was the other two? Oh shoot, I forget the other 2 powers. One other guy was like a guy with a sword, and he didn't. I don't think he really had any special abilities. Whatever, he was just holding Meliodas at bay. And then there was another guy who was like all in armor, and he told his girl compatriot to chop off his arm because King had hit him with a paralyzing spear. So rather than wait for the spell to wear off, because King said like, after this fight, like I'll let you, be normal again. Like just wait until the fight is over. And he's like, chop my arm off, and gets his arm chopped off and decides to fight. So he's a badass, right, or a crazy person. And he, I don't know what his powers were. I'm not sure if they were revealed or not, but they were. It was a really impressive group. They had a really good teamwork. This Dawn Roar group, and they were assassins. Like among knights, they were assassins, and their only concern was to kill Gowther. And they succeeded because the guy with the charge arrow shot it right at Gowther. Oh, before that though, the guy that has the expanding hand, he has this like saw blade, and he was sawing through Gowther's armor. And then the guy with the bow shot it right through Gowther or whatever. And we thought Gowther was dead. But then we see Alan has the arrow grabbed and like starts reciting something, and Meliodas is like, that speech, could it be that you're? And then we see the goat symbol on his chest, and he changes his hair color to purple or pink, and basically says, yeah, I'm my true identity is Gowther of the 7 deadly sins, whatever. And that's how the episode ends. So a fantastic episode, 9 out of 10 for sure. A lot of good fighting, good character development for Guila. Makes you really wonder why she's doing what she's doing, what happened to her father. And Elizabeth got some character development in terms of romance, and the mystery behind Gowther, and what kind of powers does he have? And looked like a girl to me, but the sub still called him a guy, so we'll see. But what kind of powers does he have? And what's the deal with the giant, the armor giant guy that he was protecting or talking to? Like, where did he meet that guy, and what's going on there? So A lot of good stuff in this episode and future episodes. Looking really good. I'm really enjoying this series. 9 out of 10. Let me know what you think in the comments below about anything I just spoke about. And please give the video a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe for more videos in the future. Thank you, and have a nice night.